is in the 80s.
But the 70s was quite a tough period. You know, Marvel were doing 14, 15-page books, nearly all ads. DC, the stuff was really weak. You had the DC implosion and everything. So, I mean, that's what I hope and pray. It might be like the British comic scene, where it just goes away altogether. I mean, that's also a possibility. You know, these things do end sometimes too, you know. But I'm hoping it's the former. I'm hoping this is the lull before a wave of excellence, you know.
Yeah. It's a possibility. The difference is, as you know, Mark, is contraction was allowed to happen back then. Like what we didn't have these giant multinational corporations who own the big two comic publishers, which contraction just means sell it off, break off the assets. And instead it was just, no, we're going to get smaller. We're going to file for bankruptcy and hopefully we get out of this. And they did. And they managed to do it every time with when they were able to shift. Now, the direct market really worked for retailing for a long time. It did, but it was never going to be sustainable. We were talking about it earlier. We need comics in grocery stores. We need it in 7-Elevens. We need it in gas stations. We need them. I don't care where they are digitally. I've never worried about digital comics taking over. We need more people reading comics, and they've lost that market share because the market share is still there. I went to MegaCon in February. There was 150,000 people there. The place was packed. This place will be packed. There will be 1 million people downtown. Now, not all of them are comic book readers, but 25% of them could be. And that's a lot of effing people who will buy your comics if they're good. And manga has stolen so much market share from comics that I don't know how they get it back. I don't know.
Comics. You do better comics, you know. I mean, I think it's that simple, you know. Like, I mean, there was periods in my life where my buying habits went down a little, never as bad as now, but they did go down. But then it just took Frank Miller and Alan Moore and these guys to appear, and then I'm in, you know. So it just excellence will always find an audience, I think.
Yeah. Well, we need more guys like you who actually like comics, who want to, that write them.
I like, there is nothing I love more than comics. Like, you know, everybody sees comics as a path towards Hollywood. Like, I've been in Hollywood for years. I prefer comics. Like, comics, awesome. You know, like, I love reading comics. I love writing comics. I like comic people. You know, like, it's weird because the internet is filled with, you know, guys fighting each other in comics and everything, and all these kind of camps and all that kind of stuff. But see, in reality, see, when you put a bunch of comic guys together, they love each other generally, you know, in real life. But I remember sitting next to a guy on a plane, Ron Mars, who I'd never met. I didn't really know his work. And the two of us, just by chance, ended up sitting next to each other 25 years ago on a plane. We talked the entire 6 hours in the plane. We had everything in common. That's what comic guys are like, isn't it? You know, we all had the same love of the same things growing up, and nobody else understood the stuff we loved. You know, nobody else in our school was into it in the same way we were. So when you come to a convention and you all meet each other, it's brilliant. It's like a family coming together, you know?
Yeah.
Historically. And it's not always the case now, but, you know, that's generally what it was for me.